What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel, and today we have our round 7 review. Now I'm a little bit late. I'm going to try and start getting on top of these a bit earlier for you guys. Just depends when I have work. So yeah, scored 2,533. Pretty happy with that. Top 5% score for the round. Was looking at a really high score, like very high, but unfortunately captain Jack McRae in a 50-50 with lucky now. So another 50-50 doesn't go our way, but it is what it is. We'll we'll keep trying to get the captains right, but it is frustrating. And so what I actually did last week is I didn't trade Isaac Heaney. I actually traded in Alex Witherden. So yeah, he struggled a little bit, I guess, because they got blown out. But the worst part about this trade is I think he has COVID. So I'm hearing he has COVID. I hope it's false rumor, but you know, no one's really going to make up rumors about Alex Witherden, to be honest. Like, he's not that relevant. Maybe I have COVID. Anyway, let's get to the team. So Tom Stewart, unbelievable. Just it felt like Freo just kept kicking the ball straight to him. It was so good to watch Tom Stewart just rack it up on a Saturday arvo. Break even of 69. Probably have to bring him in. It's a bit of a tricky time. I think he will get lower. Might drop to about 580, but probably won't get too much lower than that. Witherden, like I said, yeah, they got blown out. He was the third highest scorer for West Coast, or fourth, so we'll take it. Crisp 103, another game where he just faded out in the last, I think it was the third quarter he faded out, or the fourth, one of them. I think the fourth he actually played well, but the third quarter just went missing, so frustrating, but still a good score, 103. Take that from Crispy. Doherty 91, so he was actually playing very bad, and then racked it up in the junk time, so love that from you, Doc. Jaden Short, so this is a very interesting one. Now, anyone that doesn't have him, I think he's got to be the number one trade target if you do not have him. Just because he's playing midfield, and I don't know if he's going to be a full-time mid, but I mean, he's looking pretty good. Like when he played in the midfield, he's just racking it up. He looked like a natural midfielder. Gives him even more opportunity to gives him even more opportunity to stat pad on the back around the ground. So yeah, and he was running to the back line as well to stat pad. So looks really good, Jaden Short, and I think if he plays mid, he's going to be at 120 average, I reckon. Small sample size, of course, but no, he looked really good. And I guess it was West Coast, but yeah. O'Driscoll 57, fielded him over to Koning, so lost 20 points there. A bit frustrating, but is what it is. Got it right in round 2 or what? 3? I can't remember when I had a 50-50 with them and got that one right. So it's just a lot of these 50-50s going wrong for my team, honestly, like especially with the captaincy. And one thing I learned this week is you can be having the best round ever, and I was having a really good round, like 2,800 potential. Maybe not 2,800, maybe 2,700 potential. Well, definitely 2,700 potential. But I just got like that 150-50 just completely screwed me. Probably should have taken Oliver's in hindsight, but you know, whatever. So hopefully Georgie Hewitt comes back. We'll sub him on for now. Lower our projected, I think. Did I lower it? 3,365. Yeah. Jack Steele just does what Jack Steele does. Jack McRae, God, it was frustrating. It could have been a really big jump in the rankings. It's hurt me all year not having him. I brought him in 2 weeks ago. He's pumped out a 90 and then an 89. So, just my luck. Anyway, move on. Don't want to talk about him anymore. Lockie Neal, 187. Yeah, this guy's a freak. And I had him captain, I think, the last 2 weeks, and he gave me low hundreds. And then he just comes out and pumps out a 187 as soon as I take the captaincy off him. So, thank you, Lockie. Appreciate that. But no, he's a gun. Probably going to be my vice captain every week. Just have to, I think. Averaging the 140. So good. Clayton Oliver, 119. Very good score from him. Tuke Miller, wow. He was on 5 points at quarter time. Finished on 160. 155 3-quarter performance. Unbelievable. This guy, in those 3 quarters, just like vintage Tuke Miller. Like just kicking freaking, like when I say vintage, like last year's Tuke Miller. Kicking goals, like racking the ball up. So many handballs, so many contested possessions. Effective kicks, inside 50s, like he just looked like the Tuke Miller of old, and hopefully this is the turning point for him. So I would be jumping on him if I didn't have him. 85 break even, pretty low for him. Probably not going to go too much lower than that, to be honest. Paddy Cripps, best player in the competition, quite comfortably, I think. Yeah, love that man so much, and I should have captained him. I was thinking about vice captaining, and I went with Oliver, but you know, shoulda, woulda, coulda, didn't. Will Brady 75, so that's his lowest score, I believe. I'm not worried about him at all. Down game, whatever. Doesn't matter. Keep him for a few more weeks. If he keeps pumping out 70s, sorry, if he keeps pumping out 70s, then we'll have to reconsider, obviously. But for now, he's got to be a keeper, I think, averaging the 96. Dacos, 75. I can see why people would keep him, but I'm going to trade him. I just want to keep upgrading, and I know he's not going to be a keeper in the back line or the midfield, so pretty comfortable with trading him. And then the bench, whatever. I don't care about any of those guys, to be honest. Hopefully McDonald and Winhager can get up there. Jeez, McDonald's breaking's 30. Oh, yeah, he's not going to make much money. Then Wits and Bruce, so really happy with these guys. Obviously, Gorn's going bananas. But at this point, we have other issues to fix. Bruce is doing too well to be traded out, and so is Wits. So no point trading them out. I think in the end, we probably go with a Wits-Gorn combo. That's probably R1, R2. And I'm pretty confident with that. And then Hayes, 53, bit of a poor score, but backing to bounce back. He's reckoning against to Steph Martin. No Tim English. I think he'll do alright, to be honest. Josh Dunkley, 139, so that's 2 big games for him. Probably putting his hand up for vice captain option, to be honest. That being said, he is playing a lot forward, but he's kicking goals, so it's hard to say. Zach Butters, I swear he was on 95, or 92, half of the third, and he finishes on 89. How does that work? Very frustrating. Cogs 108, so we actually got CBAs this week, which was a pleasant sight, and they actually won by nearly 100 points. So, yeah. Cogs is a keeper, no doubt about it. Nick Martin, 106, he's unbelievable. Just plays perfect for Supercoach, honestly. He's stat padding on the back line. So many touches, a lot contested, I think. Yeah, I love watching him play. He's actually a jet. I reckon he's got to be one of Essendon's best players, if I'm being dead serious. He's definitely up there. Durden was a bit of a struggle, and so was Rosa, so frustrating with those two, but and Dixon as well. I guess we got those 2 right, if you want to call it right. All right, so let's talk about trades now. So what I'm thinking about doing, actually, let me see what I can get with this. So Dixon out, Hayes out, and Durden out. And then we bring in, we'll sub Will Brody down. Greg Clark in. Yeah, that should actually work. And then we have to bring in, we'll bring in that Cooper kid. What's his name? Hamilton? Oh, I don't think he gives us quite enough for Luke Parker. No, it doesn't. That's frustrating. That's really, really frustrating. Is there something we could do? Let's see if we can get 507k. Peter Laddams. I feel like it's this week for Parker, just because, who are other people trading in? I can't see. Adam Trelaw. Slapinski, get him back. I mean, I could bring in Tim Taranto. It's a bit of a risky one. What's his break even? 131. Was he getting CBAs? I think that's what we'll do for now. But that just makes the most sense to me. I could trade out Dacos, but just field-wise, it just makes the most sense. I just don't want to field Roses and Durden again, if I'm being dead honest. I think Taranto eventually will be top 10, top 6, sorry. Let's do that for now. Okay, so we got Will Brody to come on for Roses. And that sort of rounds out our forward line. Pretty comfortable with that. We put De Koning on. If we put O'Driscoll on. 2545. It's pretty nice projected, if I'm being honest. But that being said, it's just Taranto. Can we trust him? I don't know. I mean, if you could average 95 to 105, would be pass, I guess. Yeah, that's a tricky one with Taranto. And then probably going to be Luke Parker next week. We might have to actually just straight up miss out on Luke Parker. Don't know if I like the idea of that. Anyway, we'll do that for now. And then if Witherden doesn't play, we just sub De Koning on. So plenty of cover in the back line, which is handy. This is one thing I'm actually curious as to what you guys think. So Um, what I'm thinking is, do I trade the Koenig and O'Driscoll next week just for some cash to upgrade? Or do I keep them as bench cover? That's the thing I'm sort of tossing up between. Yeah, it's a tricky one. Anyway, we'll talk about it another time. So vice captain this week. I think we go. I said I wouldn't put Cripps captain again. Might go with a. This is a tough one. I think it's got to be Neil into Cripps. Or Neil into Oliver? Neil's going to be the vice. We might have to go Cripps. Cripps and Marvel. It just makes sense, doesn't it? What happens if we put Lockie Neal as captain? Look at the projected. Oh my goodness. That's crazy. But yeah, they're my trades for now. So Trendo's a bit of a left field one. Oh, he's not that left field, actually. Break-even's not ideal, but just because we can't quite get that money for Parker, which is really frustrating. Parker might have to be next week. The thing is, who do we trade him out for? I guess we just have to miss out on Luke Parker. Could hurt me. But I know he is inconsistent. I don't know. Let's just hope he doesn't hurt us, I guess. But thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.